Did you know that over 2 billion Pop-Tarts are eaten every year? But how are these sweet, crispy pastries mass-produced at insane speeds? From mixing the dough to filling it with sweet flavors and baking it perfectly, the process is incredible. Today we're taking an inside look at exactly how Pop-Tarts are made. Let's get started. Step 1. Dough preparation. The process of making Pop-Tarts starts with preparing the dough. In a large factory, big machines mix different ingredients to make the perfect dough. These ingredients include flour, water, sugar, salt, and shortening, a type of fat that makes the crust soft and flaky. The machines mix everything together until the dough becomes smooth and easy to roll. Because Pop-Tarts need to have the same taste and texture every time, the machines make sure the ingredients are always measured perfectly. Once the dough is ready, it moves to the next step, where it will be rolled out into thin sheets to form the outer layers of the Pop-Tart. Step 2. Dough rolling and cutting. Once the dough is ready, it is sent to large rolling machines. These machines flatten the dough into thin sheets, just like rolling out dough for cookies or pie crust. The dough must be smooth, and even so that every Pop-Tart is the same size and thickness. After rolling, the dough moves down a conveyor belt, where a special cutter slices it into perfect rectangles. These rectangles will become the top and bottom layers of the Pop-Tart. Any extra dough is collected and reused to avoid waste. Now the dough pieces are ready for the next step, adding the delicious filling. Step 3. Filling injection. Now that the dough is cut into rectangles, it's time to add the filling. The dough pieces move on a conveyor belt under special machines that squeeze the sweet filling onto the bottom layer. This filling can be different flavors like strawberry, chocolate, blueberry, or cinnamon. The machines work very fast, making sure each Pop-Tart gets the same amount of filling so every bite tastes perfect. The filling is soft and slightly warm, making it easy to spread. After this, another rectangle of dough is placed on top, covering the filling like a sandwich. Now the Pop-Tarts are ready to be sealed before baking. Step 4. Sealing and crimping. Now, the Pop-Tart needs to be sealed so the filling doesn't leak out when it is baked. A special machine presses down on the edges of each Pop-Tart to stick the top and bottom layers together. The crimping machine makes small ridges along the edges, giving Pop-Tarts their classic look. At the same time, tiny holes are poked in the top layer. These holes help let out steam during baking, so the pastry doesn't puff up too much. Step 5. Baking in a massive oven. Now, the Pop-Tarts are ready to be baked. They move on a long conveyor belt into a huge oven that is several meters long. This oven is very hot, reaching about 450 degrees Fahrenheit. The Pop-Tarts slowly travel through the oven, where the heat cooks the dough, making it firm and slightly crispy. At the same time, the filling inside stays soft and tasty. The baking process takes only a few minutes, but it is carefully controlled to make sure every Pop-Tart comes out golden brown and perfectly cooked. Step 6. Cooling and frosting. After baking, the Pop-Tarts come out of the oven, but they are still very hot. To make sure they don't break or melt the frosting, they need to cool down first. They move along a long conveyor belt, where cool air blows over them to bring their temperature down. Once they are cool, it's time for the frosting. Special machines spread a thin layer of sweet icing on top of each Pop-Tart. Some flavors also get colorful sprinkles, which are dropped evenly by another machine. The frosting hardens quickly, making the Pop-Tarts look and taste perfect. After this, they are ready for the final step. Step 7. Quality control and packaging. Before the Pop-Tarts are packed, they go through quality control to make sure they look perfect. Special cameras and workers check for any broken, burnt, or missing Pop-Tarts. If any Pop-Tarts are not good enough, they are removed. The good ones continue on the conveyor belt to the packaging area. Here, machines place each Pop-Tart into a shiny, airtight wrapper to keep them fresh for a long time. Then, the wrapped Pop-Tarts are put into boxes. These boxes are sent to stores all over the world so people can buy and enjoy them. Did you know that there was once a super expensive Pop-Tart that sold for over $200? It was a special, limited edition Pop-Tart covered in edible gold dust. This fancy Pop-Tart was made as a fun promotion and was not something you would normally find in stores. Today there are over 30 different flavors of Pop-Tarts, including some strange ones like watermelon and maple bacon. Which flavor would you like to try? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more awesome factory videos.